It's Wednesday, my crew. How's it going? Let's get some different music in here. Still working. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, the very edge of my camera. The green screen. So it could be better. Almost 9 there. Jesus. Yeah, that's too late. That's too late to be working. Or my camera really is like... very narrow margins when I'm sitting down like this. When I'm being lazy, there are consequences. All right. Yeah, we do have a jam coming. Down to jam. Starts Friday at 10 a.m. my time. So we're going to be cooking. It's Wednesday currently, as I said. So yeah, just 2 days. Less than 48 hours, and we are going to be jamming for the second time this year. Hopefully more successfully than the first. Hey, Covino. What themes am I hoping for? Let's see. How's it going, Covino? Are you down to jam? I presume so. Let's display all of my private login information here on stream. People are starting to realize that Silk Song releases like the day before or something like that, or the day after. I don't remember what day it is. It's very close. It's like maybe the 7th or something. You are down to jam? I know you are. And so am I. So let's see. I already voted. I don't mind showing how I voted. We did it on stream. I think Swarm would be fun. I'm the kind of guy that likes having a lot of little swarmies, a lot of little swarmy warmies. I skipped things like Blast and Shred and Drift and Reflection and Lights Out. I didn't want to do anything that would force me to use either physics or like dynamic lighting or anything like that. So I'd be okay. I think Swarm would be cool. I'd be okay with any of these, like some more cerebral ones, like preparation, gathering patterns. Cascade, I don't know about this one. I went with this one on vibes purely because like the literal definition of cascade isn't very great for a jam, but if you think of it in terms of like successive effects, I think that's also maybe a little rough for a jam because anything with like emergent anything or lots of stuff tied together causally is going to be hard to figure out in 72 hours, but I think it would be interesting. And then disarray and signal I'd be okay with, but yeah, I don't know. If that pisses anyone off because I basically canceled out their voting, I'm sorry. We'll see. Yeah, there you are, bad cop. I know, I skipped Spark. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing stands out to me, but I have some I'm not a good jammer. I don't do the thing where I don't make like a notepad and start like sketching out an idea for each theme in case that theme gets picked. I like can't be bothered to do that. Cascade, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking because now that I think about it, I have no ideas for Cascade. I don't know what I would do. But in principle, I think it would be cool. Covino, yeah, you thought it would be cool, but definitely tough for a shorter jam. Yeah, so that's always what gets me in trouble, is I don't always filter my idea through the, how long do I have to do this? Nice bloom, thanks. I'm hankering to do a new piece of art. We haven't had like a new big style guide piece, but I've got one that I'm working on the layout for. All right. So what are we doing tonight? So I know we just finished setting up my quote unquote new tile set atlas format, which was this guy. So I like reformatted everything. But I'm not very happy with this sheet. It's like a lot of wasted space. So last night I sat down and I made another new tile set atlas source, which is this one, which is pretty good. I think this one is this one's really good. It's half the size. It's half the size of the other one, and everything is like about as tightly packed as it could be in here. So I'm pretty pleased with this as our new template. The thing is, we just need to hook it up to some stuff. So I switched the format from this block format, which I got from a Minecraft mod. I didn't like the 12x4. The 12x4 is impossible to turn into any kind of power of 2, you know? But so I made an 8 wide version, and now I just need to encode it. So that's what we're going to do today, probably. Super boring. Better leave now. So many jammers. Bad Cop, Covino. Yeah, I think we've got about 100 entrants or something like that on the Dita Jam. What else have you been up to, Covino? I actually thought about playing Hollow Knight tonight. I have like a save that's probably like a dozen hours in or something like that from a long time ago, and I was like, you know, I might play a little of that just to get myself really annoyed. Yeah, what do we got? Where's the entrance count? Oh, 103. We got 1 day and 22 hours. I should probably zoom out. It's kind of messing everything up. Adagon would be so upset that I'm messing up the website layout with my with my dark mode viewer. It's ruining all the work they put into the website. Sounds boring. Thanks, Nix. Yeah, we're doing some boring stuff. Covino, you just released your first playtest, so the jam came at perfect timing between it. Nice. You can get some feedback, decompress. Yeah, so we're gonna encode this new format, and then we're gonna hook it in. That's what we're gonna do today. So what we should do for this then... Oh, so many windows. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I'm very excited for the jam. We'll probably do like 4 8-ish hour streams. We'll probably do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The 4th stream is probably going to be a playing the games kind of stream. All right, so now what we got to do is this encoding here. So we have to map our autotiler's understanding of these to the actual layout, which has now changed. So we can just ditch all of this. And now all of this has changed. So let's just get rid of all of it. Except the Z. I guess the Z stuff hasn't changed. Nix, you promised your boss last week that the whole widget to visual to page to report pipeline system will be done by the end of last week. Except you didn't realize that you promised that on a Thursday, not on a Monday. Oh no. So you're still working on this and you want to be able to demo it properly by tomorrow? Yeah, I try really hard to avoid giving finite deadlines to myself. I still do it. And I always regret it. You have to be like, well, if the auguries are favorable, we may be able to finish this by Q4. By the end of the fiscal year. All right. So now we're basically writing in the vector 4 autotiler coordinates here for this new format. We can close this up a little. All right, X-facing coordinates first. I need to get rid of all these numbers because these numbers don't match anymore, but I'm not going to do that now. You don't do that either? That project's been in the work for almost 3 years. Wow. Yeah. That's what I do. I generally tell them how much work will be involved in something. I'll give them an estimate of like how many hours it will take me to do it. But, you know, when am I going to find the time is always the question. Because there's always some kind of fire, right? There's always some kind of fire to be put out. All right, so what are you? You're 2 dots on top. 2 dots on top would be 3, 3. Yeah. 3, 3. I'm sure this makes sense to literally no one else except me, what I'm doing, which is always great content. Great content. Ah, it's here. I found it. It's the one marked 22, which means it's 3, 3 for the XY and then 3 for the W and 0 for the Z. So that is 3, 3, 0, 3. All right, now we have an arrow facing upright. The arrow facing upright is tile, used to be known as tile 21. That's 3, 3, 0, 2. Now we have 2 dots on the right. 2 dots on the right is tile 10. That's 3, 3, 2, 2. One dot bottom left. All right, 1 dot bottom left. Tile 33. 3, 3, 3, 1. All right, this isn't so bad. All right, now I got this one. I know where this one is, I think. This one, tile 36. So that's 0, 1, 0, 0. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's 2, 0, 2, 0, 0. All right, and this one is 1, 2, 0, 0. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the jam. I would love to get a jam game out of any kind this year. I have none. We have 2 from last year that I'm very pleased with. We have 0, zip, nothing, nada. And that's entirely my fault because I only did 1 jam so far and I failed. I flunked out of it. But that one we only had 48 hours. So we're gonna tighten it up on both ends. We're gonna try to do something lower scope, and we'll have 50% more time to do it. So I'm hoping that combination will be good for me because I need a win. Cool Handshake Teacher needs a win. To make a reference no one's gonna get. You don't like to do jams either? You'd much rather eat it? Okay. Always thinking of food. I was serious about maybe playing some Silk Song tonight. I think that could be fun. I kind of hate that game, but all the hype makes me want to give it another try. I hate that game because of the Souls-like, the Souls part of it. I don't like. It's the quickest way to get me to rage out of a game is to have me lose all my resources because I died, and then lose them all again because I died on my way to pick them up. Like, anytime that happens, that is an instant shut the game down and maybe play it later. So I don't think I'll get very far into Hollow Knight, but I want to spend a little time in that world. It's a cool world. It might be a kind of nice thing to kind of do to unwind, because I've been just sitting at the computer almost every night. I wasn't even planning on making this. I'm making this new tile set atlas source. I wasn't even thinking about this yesterday, and then I just sat down at my Godot co-working meetup, and we're all just working on Godot stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm really not happy with this tile set atlas source. I mean, I'm happy that I made it and the process that we have for bringing it in and using it, but I was like, this arrangement sucks. It's so wasteful. And I kept trying to come up with new ways to pack it in, and I realized the only thing we could do is we needed to change the fundamental mapping here, this core arrangement. And I tried to make an arrangement that I will understand. I know it's total gibberish to anyone looking at it, but it's grouped in a way that should help me. I say should, emphasis on should. We'll see. All right, so we've got a variant of tile 4, which means I need to go to 1, 2, 0. 1, 2. So our variant of 4 is at 1, 2, 0, 1. And then that means we probably have a variant of 7 next. Yeah, we do. So variant of 7 is at 3, 2. And it is 3, 2, 0, 3. Next, yesterday you played around with some text-to-speech stuff. You rediscovered TalkNet, which is a nice fork that NVIDIA made specifically to run with their GPUs. So it can generate voices super quickly. You want to play around with it later this week. You were able to generate voices almost real time. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Okay, we got a variant of 5. That's 2, 2. So 2, 2, the variant of 5 is this one. So it is 2, 2, 0, 2. This one. 2 dots on the bottom by itself. That is a variant of 46. 2 dots on the bottom by themselves. 11. Okay. 3, 3, 3, 0. I've been playing a lot of Ropuka's Idle Island, which is the game that I'm kind of... Let me grab it here. Ropuka's Idle Island. This is the game that I'm kind of modeling my idle game off of. I've been playing this game a lot. I say play. I've had this game on in the background while I've been like last night while I was making that new tile set atlas. I just had this running in the background. It is so awesome. It is such a chill vibe. I've had it on for hours, and it's got this little lottery system for unlocking new little gear, which is great. Like new little aesthetic differences, and that's like the whole deal is like, it's really compelling. But what it's really teaching me is that the most important thing about an idle game, besides just like variety or whatever, the most important thing actually probably beyond that is sound design. Sound design is like the thing. It's all sound design because you're constantly... I love the little text callouts when he just stops what he's doing, waves at you, and gives you like a nice little piece of encouragement. He's like, "You're doing great, guy." And then he just goes back and forth between sleeping and cutting grass and stuff. But yeah, the sound design is going to be crucial, which is something I need to put a lot more time into, is how to generate soundscapes, especially ambient soundscapes. I don't have a lot of experience with digital sound like that, and I need to. I have some software I want to play with. I just haven't had the time. All right, 0, 3, 0, 0. The voices you were generating didn't sound good. There are no emotions attached to the voice. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think about voice generation. It upsets me. There's this tendency now with YouTube shorts for even when it seems like someone could have just recorded voiceover, like it's just them talking about stuff, they'll still just use an AI voiceover, and it is so off-putting. I hate it. It makes me like click away almost immediately. Like when I get a reel or a short and it's just a person telling me about something, but they've decided to use an AI generated voice instead of just recording like 30 seconds of voiceover. Which I get that not everyone has the equipment, like not everyone's wasted as much equipment, money on audiovisual equipment like I have, but it still is deeply upsetting to me. And part of it's what you're talking about. Part of it's that lack of emotional content. Because the AI doesn't know where to put the emphasis to like sound natural or appropriate for the context. Yeah, it's deeply upsetting. No. I don't think you should have to record your voice. I think there's plenty of use cases where you're like, I want to generate a voice that either I can't or won't do myself. It's just like, there's so many cases where the people are already creating audiovisual content. It's like, how much more work is it to just talk into the cell phone while you're shooting your reel? Like, it seems like it's almost more work to then go and generate voiceover for it and like overdub the voice, unless they've made it really easy to like add separate audio tracks or something. I don't know. I don't really make shorts or reels, so I don't actually know what's involved. But it is very off-putting when unexpectedly encountered. Most of the time with the YouTube shorts where it's like a generic game and then like a Reddit reading thing, those are all completely automated. There are a bunch of software that can automatically generate everything for you. So you like define a clip and it like generates your brain rot for you. Oh, okay. I probably wouldn't have noticed that if I was more aware of that stuff. All right, 230. 230. Right? No. What am I looking for? 130. Okay, 1311. It's really sad you keep getting those. Yeah. No, I mean, it makes it really easy for me to... I pretty much only watch YouTube. I'm not on TikTok or anything. Although I think my idle game would do pretty well on TikTok. So I should consider making clips for that. I'll start by making YouTube shorts, I think. And then if they get good traction, I will just port them over. So I don't really do shorts. But I think when I start getting into edited content, it will probably be shorts of like cool things that we demo on the stream here. Like a cool 30-second demo of something or whatever. I do need to do that eventually, I think. I think that would get a lot more exposure. I'm losing track of what tile I'm on. Here we go, this one. So that's 3333 probably. Yep. 3333. Nix, yeah, you download like a couple of generic Minecraft speedrun jumping videos and then maybe input in a subreddit and the bot does the rest for you. There's some that are automated, so they upload the videos too. No, I think you're right. My partner was showing me how people are making like tutoring videos. They're for like young people to like learn about history or stuff. And it's like someone reading out a Wikipedia article at like 1.5x speed while and that voice is like superimposed over like Minecraft or Call of Duty or something like that. And I'm like so concerned. I mean, now we're entering old person complaining about young people territory, but I'm just like, can I not get your attention if I'm not showing you like a skibbity toilet video while I'm telling you about Henry VIII? Like, are you unable to listen without this information, without this additional element here? It's just funny. It's sad. It would be funnier if it wasn't so sad. 230. Right. Not that I'm like, you know, a paragon of culture. But I have an attention span still, at least. Thank Glob. It's not like a long attention span, but it's there. All right, what's this? Arrow facing down left. All right, arrow facing down left. That's got to be a 3-3. Arrow down left. Ah, yeah. 3, 3, 1, 0. The funny part is if you notice it, you'll see the exact same jumping video in Minecraft. Oh yeah, you'll see like it's like the same few clips. Diginanigans, you popped in exactly as we were talking about Skibbity Toilet and Henry VIII. Hey, how's it going? We were just talking about we were talking about shorts and reels and AI generated voiceover and like Nix is telling us about how these videos are being like automatically generated, and there's like a formula where it's like you take like a Minecraft or like a Call of Duty clip and then people automatically generate voiceover from like a Reddit page or something, and it's like it's just cracking me up because yeah, I saw tutorial materials where tutoring materials where it was like if you wanted to learn about like a history lesson, it would be like an AI reading a Wikipedia page at like 1.5x speed and like Minecraft Steve like chopping a tree in the background. That's funny to me. Yeah, TikTok is devastating for attention spans. I mean, my parents said the same, or not my parents, but yeah, my parents were called like the microwave generation because their parents were like, "Oh, you kids, you've got your microwave, your food is ready in like 3 minutes. You have no appreciation for things. You have no attention span anymore. You everything you want immediately." And they're saying this to kids who like, if they want to change the channel, they have to get up, go over to the TV and hit the button. Like the microwave generation. Crazy. I meant I said Minecraft earlier, but I meant the microwave generation. So yeah, this has been some element of this is just old people complaining about young people, but it feels different, you know. How's it going, Diginanigans? How was your long weekend? Hopefully, I was the TV controller, and no, I'm talking about my parents. They were the TV remotes for their parents and their parents. So my grandparents were the ones that called them impatient and lacking attention or appreciation for things because they could, you know, just pop a TV dinner in the microwave and turn on the TV. And now I'm complaining about people with their, you know, their TikTok reels and their, I don't know, whatever else we complain about. Matcha everything. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be just the boomer railing against young people. They have a tough, they're getting a tough deal. All right, this one. Shenanigans, yeah, you completely see that. Even with yourself, you need to make a conscious effort to not watch much TikTok, or you find yourself sitting there consuming it for too long. Oh, I am not immune. Old people are not immune from this, right? Like, if there's nothing going on, if I'm like waiting 5 minutes for something, even less than 5 minutes, if I'm waiting a minute or two, my brain is like, you have to open your news app. You have to look at the same Bored Panda aggregate lists that are being generated for you each day with your memes. You have to go look at your memes, like, and I know this is happening. And if I could get like a dumb phone and get rid of my cell phone, I would. But I use DoorDash and Lyft and stuff. So I'm like, I have to have a smartphone, but I can feel myself. I can feel my brain cells rotting away every day. It's crazy. It is not a good time. I was reading a book the other day at the beach. It was like Labor Day weekend. I like went down to the beach and I was just sitting at the beach reading a book, surrounded by everyone else at the beach, which seemed to be mostly high schoolers who were just all wired in. They're at the beach and they're wired in, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to read my book. Nix, you have it similarly with YouTube Shorts. You used to watch so many, and then you figured out in your custom YouTube app you can disable YouTube Shorts. Ooh. You still find it yourself on it every so often? Yeah. Yeah, like a smoke break. That's a good example of like, it's just like a minute and a half. You're not doing anything else. It's like, yeah, you're going to just scroll your phone. You're just going to doom scroll or whatever, or watch reels or... Shenanigans, your weekend was pretty good. Mostly relaxing, getting your kids ready for back to school. Oh, nice, nice. You've got your freedom. They're back at school and now you're free. That's good. You were working on your modeling up more of your tiles over the weekend, Nanigans? Doing it manually again for now. Blender plugin wasn't going so well. Figured it'll get easier as you learn Blender more. Yeah, probably. No, I think we're on the same page. I last night made yet another new tile set atlas source format. This one is finally, I think this is the one we're going with, because this one is like very tightly packed. It's about as tightly packed as it can be. It's power of 2. It's beautiful. I'm just hooking it back up. And like, I could have made a tool for this part, what I'm doing right now, which is the encoding, but it's like, I just need to do it once. I'm just gonna do it. We need to do it again later. We'll think about making a tool for it. But yeah, I feel you. As I understand, I'm glad I didn't make a tool already, because I changed the process, and it's like, I need to have a better understanding of what the process is going to be for large-scale art production before I think about making a tool for it. Oh, this isn't 1-0. This is 0-1. But yeah, we're just chilling today. We got a game jam that starts at 10 a.m. on Friday, my time. Pacific. 10 a.m. Pacifically. And I should be preparing for the game jam, but instead I just want to get this format ready to go. Two, one. 2-1. You spent a couple hours modeling a bunch of tiles shenanigans. Then you remembered you wanted to reduce the height in half, going from 64 to the third to 64 by 64 to 32. So you went back and you refined them and you restarted the cleanup process. Oh, okay. So you're going half high blocks. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice. Is that just for a few? Is your grid? I mean, it makes sense to do that, I think. I'm kind of going the opposite approach where my blocks are like taller than they are wide, but that's because they're multiple pieces generally. But you're going for like blocks that are wider than they are tall. It's interesting. Is that all the blocks or just the particular ones you were working on? Nix. Google AI is so great. You looked up when Pacific 10 a.m. to Germany time is. You got back 9 a.m. Which makes sense because you're on the opposite side of the world. It's 8 p.m., not 9 a.m. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I've learned that Gemini will give me the sense of something. It will give me like a direction to look into. But I would literally never trust a single fact it ever says to me. Because it so often gets the facts wrong. It'll be like, it's the reasoning that it states will all be very convincing, and then you look at the fact and you're like, I know that's wrong. You're like, I can't argue with the logic that it's presenting to me, but I don't think it's using that logic to come up with the answer. Like, I bet Gemini could explain how addition works and then tell me 2 plus 2 is like 3.99. Shenanigans, yeah, you think you want the half height grid so you can have more gradual height changes? You think stairs, slopes to go up or down a level in the terrain would be a half block height? Feels better proportional as well. Oh yeah, I am not looking forward to doing stairs. I'm very much not looking forward to, I think ladders will be fine, but I'm very concerned about stairs. I don't know if I can do ramps because I think I need a 45-degree angle ramp to do it generally because I just want a single transition block. Like if someone's walking upstairs, I just want one block where they're like in between floors. And because it's a turn-based game, or not, it's not turn-based, but it's because it's an indirect control game where like the units pathfind around and you don't directly tell them where to go exactly. I think I can get away with it, but yeah, I think slopes are really hard, so I think that's a reasonable choice for the slope. Hey, Ellis Dev. The AI seems to be very smart until it talks about something you know about. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the problem. Is everything it says seems to be reasonable, but if you ask it a question about a domain that you're familiar with, you'll be like, wait a second. None of this is right. Yeah, that's very true. All right, 3. Oh. Sorry I wasn't able to help with your SDL stuff, LS. SDL's LS devs SDL. I didn't even realize that your name is like an anagrammed SDL LSD. LSD's SDL. That's funny. But yeah, I am not a C++ programmer. Sidestep the problem entirely. Elevators. Yeah, we have lifts. We're going to have like Star Trek turbo shafts and ladders. Almost everything will probably be turbo shafts and ladders, but like I think you have to support staircases to an extent. Like, I'm making a Serenity-based ship layout from, like, Firefly as an experiment. I'm, like, drawing it out. And they have, like, stairs everywhere, and I'm like, am I gonna really get away with having no stairs? And I think I'll have to support stairs. I don't know about ramps, because the thing about a ramp is a ramp needs to, like, go up slowly over time. And I think a 45-degree ramp is a little harsh. But I think I need to support stairs. I think it's too crazy to not support stairs. It's like the 25th century and everyone forgot how to invent stairs. Yeah, Nyx, turbo lifts are weird. In Star Trek, especially in like Star Trek Discovery, they make a really strong point of telling you turbo lifts don't just go up and down. They also go side to side. Like, they can go around anywhere. Kind of like that scene in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where Bill Nighy, whatever his name is, takes you around the like galactic construction yard, and you're just in this lift that's like moving side to side and up and down and around. Very weird. Elevators, ladders, warp pads, always to sidestep. Yeah. In space, no one can hear OSHA complain. I deal with OSHA quite a bit, and not quite a bit, because ideally you never deal with OSHA directly, but I think it would be funny to put some OSHA jokes in. I like OSHA jokes. So like those Disney trains, a fake lift with wheels that sits in an actual lift. Yeah, kind of like that. But yeah, turbo lifts are weird when you think about them too hard or too long. The way they've got them set up in Star Trek. All right, I'm letting myself get very distracted, which is fine. Excuse me. All right, variant of tile 17, which is 2-1. So it's 2-1-2-0. Oops. 2-1-2-0. Yeah, I need to work on a staircase. Oh, here's also why I don't want to do a staircase, because I don't think I can have it all lay out on a single block. Because we were just talking about how my blocks are taller than they are wide, which just means that if you want to go up a staircase, it's going to be multiple tiles of transit. I don't know. It's something that I feel like I need to support, but yeah, that's a huge pain to get right. So we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing. 2 left, center. 2 left, center. 3-3-1-1. One, 3, 1, 0. Just turn the staircases into ladders. Yeah, ladders are what I'm going to start with. I don't see a world in which I don't eventually support stairs. I just don't like in-between spaces like that. I mean, the ladder isn't much better, but at least you know they're either going straight up or down. All right. 3, 2. Diginanigans, you'd think it'd still look fine as one tile. Just take your cube shape and carve it into a step pattern from the side. Continue your lines through. Steep the normal pitch. Yeah, it would have a very steep pitch if you had to cover an entire block, or if you had to cover an entire level in one block, that would be very steep. But maybe it's fine. Nix, you're sure you could force your system to generate multi-structures, like with those FTL drives that are more than just one tile big? Make the stairs take up a minimum of 1x3 tiles. Yeah, we can do that. Doing that for like an engine or a system or whatever is okay. The problem is just the transitioning between layers gradually. It's just annoying. It's annoying to deal with stuff like that. It's like if someone's halfway up to the next level, are they on the next level only when they reach the next level? Are they on both levels simultaneously? Like, it can be really annoying. I think we have to sort out ladders first, and then treat a stair as basically a special kind of ladder. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we end up doing. All right, bottom right corner. Bottom right corner is a 3-3. 3-3, 3-2. 3-3, 3-2. He says, gibberingly to himself. I said bottom right before. Now we're doing bottom left. Okay. I think I said bottom left before, but hopefully I included the right one. Yep. Okay, so this is just 3-3-2. 3, 3, 3, 1. Next, that's how Project Zomboid does it. The enemies are all hidden until the Zomboid steps onto the actual level tile. Before that, the whole staircase is connected to the bottom level. That's probably how we have to do it. Ladders will probably work the same way. And it should be fine. Especially because we have our pathfinding system that mediates movement. So, like, nothing is moving directly. Like, you're not just selecting a character and hitting W, and they're not just going to go forward. Like, we should be able to ameliorate or mitigate a lot of these issues by using the pathfinding and whatever locomotion system runs off of the pathfinding. To have some control over that sort of thing. All right. Top left to bottom right. Diagonal. This one. 34. 3, 3, 1, 2. All right, arrow facing up left. There it is. Shenanigans. You can't see it being that weird. If it extends the full length of 2 tiles, then it'd have a shallower than normal pitch and be more complex to tile. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think if we do it initially, we'll do just a single, like you just hoof it. It's just this very steep staircase. I think that'll be fine. Because, yeah, I'm more concerned about the gradual ramps. I think gradual ramps are the thing that I really don't want to support. But again, maybe it doesn't matter. Because if we have a node-based pathfinding system where the nodes are obviously tiles, but like we can control whether any two nodes are you know, connected directly, we can just say, you know, you can't just hop up onto a node like a ramp from the side or whatever. We can come up with ways to make it less horrible. Nick, someone needs to make a mod that lets you control one pawn individually with WASD. You just need to move the point inside the nav mesh that this pawn wants to hit. Make sure we don't go through walls. Yeah, we're definitely never doing that. Direct movement would be such a nightmare. All right, this block is... Man, if someone's tuned into me at any point in the last like 3 weeks, they'd be like, is this guy only ever working on stupid, weird little tile set atlas sources? The answer to which is yes. All right, 1 to 3. One, 3, 0, 1. Just wait until I release the mod manager. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sure if anyone's going to be, you know, pushing the mod manager to the limit, it'll be you. I'm enjoying our chill little stream here. Because, yeah, the weekend is going to be crazy. We're going to do like 3 or 4 marathon, like 8-hour streams. I'm going to try to do good and not stream for more than like 8 hours at a time. I've done like 12-hour streams in the past. And for one thing, your VOD gets cut off by YouTube. And for another, it's not very easy. Something happens to me when a game jam occurs. I like can't sleep. I can't think about anything else. I just go all in. Very unhealthy way. Which is why I only do like weekend jams. Next, you'll be making custom tiles. Week 1, we'll have an MLP mod that will let you play like a completely different game. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see about that. How I expose underlying stuff in case, like, for people who want to have, like, introduce, like, genuinely new features. I'll have to think about how I want to do things like that. And where the limit will be. I like this song. It sounds like the level up music from Sea of Stars. But like less crazy. Diginanigans. WASD movement on an angled, isometric, dimetric, anything like that feels really weird. Especially if you can't move in diagonals. Oh yeah. If your WASD are not matched to like screen up, screen down, screen left, and screen right. Like, yeah, like if WASD is mapped to like the isometric axes, that feels so janky. So yeah, I think it's doable if you have diagonal movement available. But yeah, it does not feel good. All right, 3, 1, 2, 0. Three, 1, 1, 0. Just force the user to use a joystick. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because what you're saying is straight, like for our example, W would be negative X and negative Y simultaneously. And it's just, it gets weird. So if you want to just go negative X, you'd have to hit W and D. And it's like, it's jank. WASD movement on an isometric grid feels bad. I think it's weird. I haven't seen one that was like done intuitively. I think it's doable. I just think it's hard to do it in a way that's easily understandable and feels good. All right, upright. Upright only. That is, there it is. Up left only. Is that it? Did we do it? I think we did it. Oh, wait, that's not upright. Wait, it's upright. Oh, what did I do? So it's upright only, then up left, then diagonal upright to lower left. How did I... 3323. What's 3110? 3110. So that's that one. Okay, I skipped one. I'm amazed I haven't made more mistakes doing this. So this is actually in the wrong order. Three, 3-3-1-3, then 3-3-2-3. Oh no. 3-3-2-3, then 3-3-1-3. That was correct. And then one more. Which is this diagonal. Which is here. 3, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's the X faces. Excuse me. We got the X faces. Now we need to do the Y. Oh man, did I never do the Y mapping here? I did, just not the last part here. That's unfortunate. That's fine, we can fix this. Oh, this is gonna suck. I guess we just draw it. Oh, did I do this totally differently? I did. Oh, but I did it just in here, right? Do you use a different mapping? Or do you use the same mapping? It's different. Is this the only one I skipped? I hope so. Nope. Okay, I didn't do any of these. Oh, I did some of them. Where did I stop? Dang it, past Dave. Being lazy. Lazy Dave. Or ask the user to rotate their screen or keyboard by 45 degrees. Yeah, that's the way. That's the way to do it, for sure. What the heck? Oh man, I really blew it when I set this up. Oh yeah, I just like gave up at this point, did I? Yep, I did. Cool. Can I see anything? There we go. To shenanigans, or then you can display a prompt that if your monitor doesn't rotate, you can link to rotatable Visa mounts off an affiliate link. Yeah, exactly. Game best played at a 45-degree angle. That's what I'm not doing enough of. I'm not plugging enough shop affiliate links. Which I'm apparently once I finish once I apply for a YouTube partner, which I've applied for, which I qualify for at the lowest level or whatever you want to call it. I think they let me do that. Like I could have shop links. Oh, I did this backwards. Yeah. Man, I didn't even finish with the lettering. God, I'm so lazy. Not that this lettering is accurate anymore. It's not. Oh my god, I cannot. This is why I try not to pick up. This is why I really try not to pick up stuff and then put it down. I'm so bad about leaving stuff half finished. Oh my god. Lazy or just energy efficient? It's horrible. It's like inertia keeps getting the better of me. All right, here's the part that's going to be the most annoying to do. And if I get it wrong, I'm going to be deeply punished. I guess I could just understand how this works. Would probably be a good thing. What? Oh, that makes sense. Tonight's the only night where I like don't have something going on. Tonight's gonna be my lazy night. I have game dev co-working sessions Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, which are like evenings that I spent in voice chat in a couple of different servers with other game devs working on stuff and hanging out. I do that Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So, and we've got a game jam Friday through Monday. So I think I'll take next Tuesday off stream as well, because otherwise I'm going to be streaming for like 11 days straight or something like that. 10, 11 days straight. And I'm like, I can't do that. I'll die. But I'm crazy excited for this game jam. Sounds like a lot of work. It's good to just sit. I don't always get a lot of work done at those things, but it's good to just be kind of on task. It's kind of like streaming. Sometimes we're like very focused and it's not much of a stream. We're just kind of working. And then other times it's very animated and there's a lot of discussion. And, you know, not a lot of work gets done, but it's still like a good time. So it kind of matches that kind of energy depending on who else is in the event that day or evening. But I like it. That's the whole, it's the whole like, it's the whole success being 99% perspiration thing. It's like, you just got to make time to work on it and you got to just do it. You got to stick to your commitments. But yeah, the jam is going to be exhausting. My partner is staying away this weekend because she's like, I don't like how you get during a game jam. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm only like incredibly frazzled and stressed and sleep deprived and temperamental and anxious and confused and tired and grumpy for 3 days straight. All right. We finished the outlining. We can finish writing this encoding now. Once we get the encoding, this should be very plug and play, I say, remembering that I need to set all the tile sets back. And that this won't be very plug and play until we get that part set up. All right, 50 minus 3, that's 47. That's good. That's the right number. So that one was done right. And the across is 8. I kind of want to call this wide. X tiles wide. But I think across is better, maybe. I think across and down is better. So it's 8 tiles across, and now it's 6 tiles down, I think. We look at the actual thing. Yeah. Yeah, this packing is nice. I know I just keep tooting my own horn about it, but it's a 50% size reduction over the last one, which was so inefficient as to be laughable. I thought if I made more, like if I grouped them together, I'd be able to squeeze them into something that worked, but I just couldn't do it. I just gave up and made this one, and I think I'm actually happy with this one. Like, I think we're going to stick with this format for a long time. Hopefully the whole time, but we'll see. We are building it out in such a way where we can support supplemental different formats, which I think is good. All right, Y faces. Let's go. 0, 0, 0, 0. 2000 300. It looks easier to understand the layout than the last one, at least at first glance. Yeah, I used flat colors. This is supposed to be the template. So I did this one in a way where it's supposed to be like pretty clear how they're grouped. This should fit any given material. There's the full blocks on top, so the walls, the full walls, X and Y facing. Then there's the half walls beneath them, which they need negative space because they're on the same tile set source as the full walls. So they need the padding. And then there's the floors underneath that. And then the Z faces at the bottom. It's pretty slick. I could have put the Z faces at the top, I guess, but I kind of like putting the bigger blocks on top and then going down. But yeah, each material should just need to have one of these associated with it. And if you've got materials that are associated together, you can put them on the same file. So we could put like 2 of these next to each other. That's probably the most natural thing to do, is just put 2 of them next to each other and just have a single square texture. But sometimes we might even put 4 of them next to each other or whatever. Right now, the editor can the only person setting which one of these you're using is the autotiler. But I kind of would like the block editor tool to have a face painting mode where you can like specify the face that you want to paint, which I think would be interesting. All right, 2 dots on top. That's a 3-3. 3303. Arrow pointing upright is 3301. I think I'll go for a walk after this, just to have a nice. It's been so nice out. It continues to be really nice out. And my problem is, like, I don't mind staying inside. Man, I didn't finish the numbering again. I don't mind being inside during, like, the winter and stuff when, like, the weather's bad. But it feels so bad to do that when the weather's nice. It feels so bad just sitting inside all day. Try to get outside when I can, even if it's just going to the store. Which I need to do. I need to go get some strawberries. Maybe that'll be my excuse. I've been having a hard time finding fresh strawberries. I don't know if that's just Trader Joe's fault, or it's like not strawberry season for some reason. But I don't know about growing seasons. In my mind, I'm like, it's summer. Everything's in season, right? It's like, no, it's not exactly how it works. Next, you love sitting inside. Outside is the sun, bugs, mosquitoes. And did you mention the sun? I like the sun. I mean, I say that as a San Franciscan. So, like, we don't get to see the sun very often. We're not like Seattle. We're not that bad, but... And in fact, you know, in the... whatever, 15 plus years I've lived in San Francisco... the LAification of San Francisco is a real thing. Like, we very much more often get sunny LA weather than we used to. It used to rain all the time up here, which I miss. I know people say that everywhere, but it used to rain a lot in San Francisco. The joke when I was a kid was it didn't matter what the weather report said. If you went up to San Francisco, it was going to rain. So prepare for that. I missed that. All right, bottom right arrow. We have someone that we can ban. We've got a chat bot here. Give me a second, and we will load the photon torpedoes. Stand by. Yeah. All right, loading the torpedoes. Ready, aim, fire.
He's dead, Jim.
Got him. I enjoy that. I need to add some more sound effects to the stream. I have some ready. A friend of mine made some little audio clips for me using a Twitch clip. And all I need is some free time to hook them up. I'm so lazy. I'm not lazy. Well, I am lazy. I'm a deeply lazy person. But, like, my problem is I need to find time to do some of this stuff. Some of the stuff, if it's not a priority, it just languishes. So, like, yeah. So, like, we qualified for YouTube partner at 500 subs. We're, like, climbing well past that now. Not that much farther past it, but that was, like, a month ago, and I haven't done anything about it. Which is crazy. The channel must grow, and I need to acknowledge the fact that I need to put more effort into doing that. It will also just grow organically as I have more things to show, so I'm not that concerned, but I should put some effort in. All right. 0, 1. Okay. 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 0, 0. Two, 2. Three, 2. I hope everyone's having a good day. I shouldn't be complaining. I have like a 3-day work week this week because Monday was Labor Day and I took Friday off for the jam. But my coworkers don't understand when I come back from PTO like that. They'll be like, oh, how was your nice like 4-day weekend? And I'm like, I stayed up for 72 hours and I made a game in 3 days. I didn't sleep. I barely ate. And they're like, oh, you must be so rested after your 4-day weekend. I'm like, no, I am not. I mean, I had a good time, but I am not rested. All right, 1, 2, 0. What did I do? 3, 2, 0. Oh, that was the next one. 3, 2, 0. Then 1, 2, 0. Christ for help. Hey, Master 3307, how's it going? Nix, you personally love the rain or cloudy weather or snowing. The sun burns you really quickly. Warm weather brings out all the mosquitoes, which love you and you hate them. That happens to my partner. They got bit like a dozen times the other day. And I had 0 mosquito bites. She got them all. You have a perpetual basketball skin during summer due to them. Oh, due to the mosquitoes. It's like you're a beacon of light in the void for all the nasties out there. I've heard that's like a skin thing where they just smell. You seem tasty to them. They can taste the sweetness. Master, you're good. I'm good. We're talking about how we've got a big game jam coming up starting Friday. Down to Jam. D2jam.com. D2jam.com. Friday. Grave Digger. How's it going, Rikia? Sounds like a compliment. Yeah, exactly. A cow art. Hi, what's an FTL-like? Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. An FTL-like is a game modeled after the classic 2012 FTL Faster Than Light, which is a classic spaceship management game, kind of an abstracted spaceship management game where mostly you're commanding your crew, managing the distribution of power in your systems, targeting enemy systems. We're making kind of we're taking this, which is like classic top-down 2D, very abstracted, and we are making our own take on it. We're working on an isometric style game, so isometric 2D, sort of isometric 2D. That's what we're working on it. You know I'll do well. You would be surprised. We crashed out of our last jam pretty hard. We tried to do way too much in 48 hours, and we just crashed out. I didn't take any time off of work, which is one of my main mistakes. Corrected that this time, which is why we were talking about what we were talking about when you got in here. Which is how my coworkers don't understand how I can be so exhausted after a 4-day weekend. And I'm like, oh yeah, no big deal. I just stayed up for 72 hours straight and made a game. But yeah, no, I'm great. I'm great to come back to work now. So refreshed. That looks awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we're working on a tool set. Most of our effort is spent on a tool set. I can kind of show it to you a little bit. We're working on a block editor tool. It lets us build these 3D environments. I'll show you the old tile set source here. This hopefully will work. I'm like switching back and forth a lot between two different systems because we're working on a new system. So let's hope the old system still works. Crash. Oh. Just turn the serializer off. The deserializer. Maybe this will work. It's one of those things where you get closer and closer to swapping in a new system. It gets harder and harder to use the old system. But yeah, so what we kind of got going now is this 3D autotiler and block editor, so we can define these 3D shapes. We can fill them in. So this is what we're going to use to build our bases and ships and all that stuff. Because I couldn't be bothered to do it by hand. So, of course, I had to spend, most of a year on a tool to build it. But it combines a whole bunch of different features, like a compartmentalization system that can tell when an apartment has a compartment has like a seal, so we can do atmospheric stuff. It's got a cutaway system, because a big problem with our perspective is that it's hard to see things. What's the deal here? Hey, Vigivini. You've been here before. You know the deal. Let me finish laying the wall here. How's it going? So yeah, we have a lot of stuff around building and rendering and interacting with these 3D spaces that are being presented as isometric 2D. Build our doors. But yeah, what we're working on right now is I have a new tile set atlas format that I want to plug in that replaces our old format. And that's what I'm working on right now, is encoding that format and setting it up so we can use that instead of what we got here. A little demo there. I'll leave it like that for now in case we need to demo it again. Oh, there's lightning going on out there. That's cool. Nix. Master 3307. You're actually trying to be able to code now. Nice, nice. You can do pretty good AI programs, but not really any real coding except maybe HTML and CSS. So you got this app by a guy that's a completely free set of knowledge in that, and now you're learning Python? Hell yeah. It even allows running code in Python. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's like a knowledge base and like a little sandbox and like with some lessons or something. That's really cool. CowArt, you've never touched 2D stuff before? That's awesome. Thank you so much, CowArt. Yeah, we've been working on it a while. This is my first undertaking with art, really, too. I'm enjoying the pixel art a lot more than I thought I would. I didn't think I would be... This is kind of a solo project, so I got to do everything. So yeah, this is all my art as well. So that's kind of why I'm leaning on a lot of technology to help. Because otherwise it's just too much to do. But yeah, that's awesome. What kind of stuff do you work on? You sound like you're a dev. All right, that's 1, 2, 0, 0. Okay. Next one. Two, 2202. What we're doing right now is I created a new tileset atlas format, and we're just encoding it so that the autotiler knows where to find each tile. So the autotiler picks which tile to draw, but it needs to be able to find that tile in the sheet, in the sprite sheet. So we're just encoding a new format. It's a lot better than our old format. In case anyone's got deja vu. We have been working on this sort of thing a lot, but I made this new format last night, so we're hooking it in. Hopefully it'll be easier to set up than the last one. You like how they made the sprite editor in a pixely style? Yeah, A-Sprite is great. I love A-Sprite. It's sufficient pretty much for all my purposes. I'm not trying to do anything advanced. Yeah, I like it too. I maybe turned up the UI resolution a lot. But I like it. All right, 2202. Okay, what's next? This one. Top line, nothing else. All right. That should be this one. No, yeah, a variant of this one, 7. And that is 3, 2. Okay. 3, 2. There you are. So 3203. That's your code. We have a 4-dimensional mapping that the autotiler has. And then obviously the tile set atlas itself is a 2-dimensional texture. So we're encoding the 4-dimensional autotiler coordinates and mapping them to the 2D tile set atlas source coordinates. 320. Wait. Yeah, 3203. All right. That's a variant of tile 5, which tile 5 is at 1, 2. 1, 2, 0, 1. 1, 2, 0, 1. And then this one, 2 dots on the bottom, nothing else. That is a variant of tile 46, which is at 3, 3. It's at 3, 3. 3, 3330. All right, 2 vertical bars. That is 03. Vertical bar on the left, 2 dots on the right. That is a variant of tile 6, which is 2, 3. Oh no, that's just that. It's not a variant at all. It's just 2, 3. Okay. 2, 3, 0, 0. Here's the 4 corners. 4 corners is just 3, 3, 0, 0. One, 3, 0, 0. Okay, so this one's the variant of 6. Two, 3, 2, 2. Blank. This is the blank tile. The blank tile is just 3, 3, 3, 3. Threes across the board. Since the individual vector components can only be between 0 and 3, we're actually using just a single byte to hold these, which is pretty great. I mean, not here, obviously, but when we actually build the map out, it's pretty good. I could probably make the value a byte too. Maybe not, though. Probably leave that as an int, just so that it's incredibly flexible. I guess it could actually be a uint or a ushort, maybe. I don't know. I try not to get too crazy on formatting stuff like that. It usually doesn't matter. Okay, all right, you just checked down to jam. Sadly, it's going to be overlapped with a quantum game jam, which you kind of want to join. Okay, a quantum game jam. All right, is that a jam that you both join and don't join? Is that a jam that you either will have joined or not joined, only at the point of observation? All right, I'm done. That's cool. You're a jammer. I would like to do more game jams, but I can only really do the really short ones because I go too hard. I will just not sleep for like 2 or 3 days and just try to make a game. I don't know how to regulate my behavior when it comes to managing my jams, my jam time. All right, 1, 3. 1311 is what we're looking for here. Very funny joke, streamer guy. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I'm here for. That sounds like a cool jam though. I've not heard of it. Quantum Game Jam 2025. Oh, September 5th through 7th. Yeah, it overlaps almost completely. It starts just maybe an hour or 2 earlier. Personal quantum computer emulator. Oh, there's a lot of participants in this jam. 1,000+ people. This looks fun. Down to Jam is very small, but it only started this year. it came about as like originally it was kind of like a Ludum Dare alternative back when we thought Ludum Dare was canceled for the year. But it's fun. It's a cool jam. It's run by a lot of cool people. I'm looking forward to doing it. I didn't get to do the first one because it was like right during GDC, but I'm very excited to do it this time. All right, arrow facing down left. That would be 3-3 somewhere. 3-3. 3-3-2-0. Shenanigans, a jam that you both completed and not completed until somebody opens your project to observe it. That sounds like my game jams. It is a game that is both complete and incomplete until someone plays it. All right. Do you use Godot, cow art? Most people that swing by here do so because they either see FTL or they see Godot. Which are like the two reasons someone stops by usually who I haven't seen before. Not that you need a reason, I just suspect. But I'm curious. I like to hear about people's dev approach. All right, so this one is zero one. Easy. 0 1 0 0. Oh no, I already have 0 1 0 0 in here somewhere. How did I mess that up so badly? Oh, because that should have been 0 2. Man, I am amazed that I haven't made more mistakes hand coding these. I even just checked that one on like a whim because I was like, I have a feeling that I messed this up. All right, 0 1 0 0. That probably means, yeah, we're going to do the other 0 1s. Or the other y equals 1. Nix, you stopped by because I got recommended on YouTube and you said to yourself, might as well check it out. Yeah, thanks. That seemed to work out for me. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube is very fickle. Sometimes YouTube shows my videos to thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and then other times it's just silence. So there's not much you can do about it. You just kind of gotta, you know, keep working at it. There's something about like the most important part about opportunities is being like ready for them or something. I don't know. That's why I want to get working on some more visually pleasing and more interesting interactive stuff, because I feel like we've been working on back-end system stuff for so long that when people come in to see what we're doing, it doesn't make any sense what we're doing, and there's nothing really visual showing that's interesting, and they bounce off. So I need to be a little better about that. I would love to have more like art streams and stuff. Just have a more variety of things that we're working on that look interesting to appeal to new viewers and old viewers, you know, appeal to everyone. Best I can do is keep at it though. For now. We'll get there eventually. For you, that's interesting enough. You've seen more boring stuff. I'm gonna put that on the box art. That is I'm gonna make a testimonial section of the stream page, of the channel page, and it's just gonna say, I've seen more boring stuff, Master 3307. That's an endorsement I will take straight to the bank. Thank you. Cow art. Yeah, you've just you started using Godot a week ago. Okay. Finished your first-person character handling and in-game object manipulating script some days ago. Okay, you're off to the races. What's been your approach for learning Godot? You seem very self-motivated. I know some people get stuck in like tutorial hell or whatever. For me, I need to have a project to like. I need to have a reason why I'm like studying the engine. I can't just be like, I'm gonna just look at tutorials until I understand the engine. I will just read the docs through. That was like maybe the first thing I did with Godot is I just read the entire docs site pretty much from beginning to end. Which didn't help a lot, but it's like it was all right. All right, 2-1, I think is what we're on right now. Yeah. 2-1. 2-1-2-0. I will be pleased when we're done with this tile set atlas stuff. We are using it. We've made a format here that should cover pretty much all of our use cases, and we're setting it up in a way where you could just. I want you to be able to like point to or register tile set atlas sources and optionally provide a format description as like a JSON file. So what we're making right now is we're kind of making the fallback one. This is the default. But I want to do it in a way where we have the option of supporting additional formats. All right, this is 3-1. So 3, this is a variation of 3-1. So it's 3-1-3-0. Okay. We're cooking. We're cooking along here. Now this one. One. It's a variation of 1-1. 1-1-1. Easy. 1-1-1-0. Two dots on the left. That's a 3-3. Some variation of 3-3. Two dots on the left. That's one of these here. Here it is. 3-3-2-2. All right, just a couple more rows, and we've got it. And then we might be able to, well, I say we might be able to plug this in, but this isn't actually the piece. We still need to, this is like the template. We need to make the actual texture. That should be easy. That should be easy. Cowart, you had a dream where you vividly saw yourself partaking in a story. The scenery has been stuck in your head, and it's kind of like a curse. You have to recreate it somehow, IRL, lest you perish. That's lest I perish is definitely like the motivation to make games, I feel, for a lot of people. It's like, and art in general. I think someone who feels compelled to make stuff like that, it is literally like, I have to do this lest I perish. And that's a powerful motivator. It's a powerful motivator. All right, 2-3. 2-3. Bottom right corner. That's 2-3-2. 3-2-0. Master 3, 307. You're watching this because it's more interesting to you than bigger channels that you follow. I get it. I actually get that. Can I imagine? Some people just slap on words on stream to make the community engage. Why? That came as like Subway Surfers gameplay or a TikTok. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I try not to. We've taken a very dry, I mean, it's not on purpose, but we're doing this 5 days a week. Average stream length is about 3 hours, typically. Today's might be a little shorter just because I'm prepping for this big jam, but we try to be long form, slow paced. We want this to be kind of a chill co-working space where obviously I'm doing stuff, but it's about, you know, building up a little community. Some people will complain. They'll be like, oh, you shouldn't stream game dev because the only people that are going to watch are other game devs and you're not doing real marketing. And it's like, I don't know. It seems fine to me. I don't see the problem with that. Maybe if I'm like, you know, a big game dev, yeah, I might want to do something else, but I like it. I think this works. And yeah, it's the same kind of content that I like watching. 1x3. But that said, I do want to work on some more interesting stuff. I would like to move on from our tile block editor tool and start working on the actual game. That would be nice for me. And it would be better content, but that's not like the only reason I want to do it. All right, 1310. 1310. Rick, yeah, you ain't no game dev. You have no clue what you're watching. That's cool too. I'm not saying you have to be a game dev to watch. That's unenforceable. But no, that makes me feel even better when I hear stuff like that. When I hear from people that just they're doing their day job or something and they like the vibes here and they like hanging out. It's fine. I'm not like anxious about it. He says, not anxiously. Acerine7, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a great day. I'm just a chill person. Or at least I am on TV. All right, that's a variant of tile 7, which is 320. 320. 320 bottom right corner is 3201. 3201. Coward here, you migrated from YouTube? Oh. No worries. I think you know, the better viewing experience depends on what you want. But I appreciate that. Thank you for padding my stats by being here on YouTube and now Twitch. But how's it going? Happy Wednesday. If it can be that. If a Wednesday can be happy. All right, so this is also 32. What do I have here? Yeah, 3202. 3202. Yeah, I don't think you'd find me a bit chill person if you tune in this weekend during the game jam. I think you'll find I get a little unchill when I'm operating under time pressure. But it should still be fun. Not that you need to tune in during the weekend. I think this is a better workday stream for most people. What is this? This is a 3-3 because we're dealing with a single corner piece. Bottom right corner only. That is 3331. 3331. Let's never do this by hand ever again. But I say that each time. Sorry to hear that, Master 3307. Hope you're doing better soon. That's why you're saying you find this stream interesting. It's the Dayquil talking. No, that sucks. Being ill is unfortunate. I don't get sick often, but when I do, I am out. I am like incapacitated. I don't know why I don't get sick very often. I honestly think my immune system's just kind of lazy. And it's just like, whatever. All right, 3, 2, 1. We're almost done with this. We're almost done with this part. Assuming I got it right, which is not a great assumption to make. All right, arrow top left. Arrow top left. That's 3302. Got sick during your holiday in Austria. 1 week in, you went home. Yeah, I don't know why that always seems to happen. I mean, obviously traveling, you're exposed to so many germs and stuff. So it kind of makes sense, but it's really unfortunate. That's like, it's like going to a convention or something. That happens a lot too. It's like everyone gets sick after GDC or PAX or whatever. Something about traveling. All right. Solid line on the left, 1 corner dot on the top right. So solid line on the left means that it's 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3 dot in the upper right is 2302. 2302. Maybe it's new germs. Ones that you aren't immune against yet. Yeah, it's probably something like that. Diginanigans, you almost never got sick. Then you had kids. Yeah, and you're older. Yeah. No, kids, I think the kids are the deciding factor. They just, my partner teaches sometimes kids, teaches them art. And they are always getting her sick. Yeah, I think kids just get everyone sick. They're just like petri dishes that they're fine with. Their immune system is brand new and like, you know, they do great, but yeah, they get everyone around them sick. Especially us olds. Yeah, I had a friend who became immunocompromised, and seeing him go through that really drove the point home to me that, like, if you've got a healthy immune system, you're pretty much good against everything. You'll be fine 9 times out of 10. If you're immune compromised, if your immune system is not working the way it should be, there is almost nothing you can do to like adequately protect yourself. Like there's just so much around us that there really isn't. There's not some sufficient amount of things you can do to predict yourself. You're always, it's going to be hard. Very hard. 130. 1301. Yeah. Well, yeah, when you're in a situation like that, you're just grateful when you do have good health, right? In that case. All right, we're on the last few here. If I can stay focused, we're like a minute or two from being done here. It's a big if. 310. 31. Where's the corner piece? The corner piece is on the right. 3110. Okay, now the other one. So 3120. Okay, now for the corners. Those are 3 3s. Glad I made this diagram. I was like, nah, you don't need to diagram out the autotiler. Glad I did. Considering I've had to fill this encoding out more than once. All right, corner piece upper right only. Corner piece upper right only. 3310. Or no, 3313. 3313. This one is. Then it's 3323. And then now this one, bottom left to upper right. That is 3312. All right, that's it. They're all mapped, all 47 tiles for each face. So we just mapped 94 tiles. It only took us 2 hours. I wasn't even planning on remaking this, and then I just did it last night. I was just sitting working, and I was like, I don't know what I want to work on, and I was like, well, I should make one more attempt on making a good hacked tile set atlas, because our last one was shit. Like, it was better than the one before that, but still major improvements with this one. So what we need to do now is we need to actually make the actual tile. That is our default block. Let me make sure that the Z tile stuff is all fine. It is, right? Like, we didn't change it. We just put it at the bottom here. It's relaxing watching me punch those numbers in. Great. Well, I'm sorry to say it's over. The numbers have been punched. But I've still got some more tedious work to do here. So let's close that. And then now what we want to do. So this horrible dithering texture is our, it's our piece. It's our missing block. This is like the texture that you'll see when like the mod manager is like, I don't know what block you're talking about. Cause you like saved a ship that you downloaded with a mod, and then you like used it, and then you like reinstalled the game, and you lost the mod, but you tried to load the save that came over from Steam Cloud, and it's like, I don't know what block this is. This is our fallback. So this is the block that will render in that circumstance. So we need to make this using our new format, which should be pretty easy. I just need to annotate these. Arguably, I don't know if I want to put these all on different layers because it's kind of annoying to deal with them, but I'm going to because people yell at me when I don't use layers, so I'm going to just go ham and use so many layers. Yay, tedious work. Classic colors. Yeah, it's like the source engine in valid texture. That's my inspiration for it. The missing texture magenta from the source engine. My take on that. Are there two spaces there? No, it's just a wider character. Okay. All right, time to duplicate all these. Oh, that didn't work. Gotta do them one by one. Okay. I did this in a way that I shouldn't have. I did this the reverse that I should have, but that's fine. Because we want different layers for the interior texture versus the outline. I call them interior and outline, but I should probably call it like texture versus outline. I don't know. I don't like using texture for that because it's all texture. So interior and outline is fine, I guess. Goddamn source engine Half-Life pioneers, really. You had explained to this one guy why there is HL2.exe in his Gmod. That's crazy. People playing Gary's mod that don't understand the history of Half-Life 2. Yeah, that was my very first like attempt at like any kind of content creation for game stuff was definitely just making levels and trying to mod stuff in the source engine. I was never very successful at it, but it was my preferred playground. Kind of glad I've moved away from 3D though. I really enjoy 2D. All right. So what we need to do here, we need to essentially delete everything in here. Oh, maybe not that. Keep the outline. What we'll do is we will mask away the background color like that. So we only have the outline left, and then we'll fill in with the correct texture from here. Oh, huh. I'm gonna call this texture. I changed my mind. Someday the outline might be more of like a shader effect than something we have to hard code in here. Someday, but someday is not today. Yeah, I still tell people when people are like, "Oh, what's the greatest like value What's the best like released game product of all time? And I'm like, the orange box. The goddamn orange box. Not that nice. Hey, Arneo. I'm still punching tiles. Yeah, we made yet another new tile set Atlas source, but I'm confident with this one. This one seems good. This one's really nice and tightly packed, and it's a power of 2 texture, unlike our other one. So we're just finishing setting it up. We're almost there. How are you doing? You've been away from working on your explosions to attend your brother's wedding. Oh, congratulations. I mean, to your brother at least, but that's great. Weddings can be fun. A nice late summer wedding. All right, we'll set this texture up, and then that'll probably be it for us today. We'll probably do the actual plugging it into the engine and stuff tomorrow. I'm going to try to not go too hard this week. I'm going to try to get some good rest and stuff this week and not work too hard, because we do have a... it's technically 3 days, but it's 10 a.m. on Friday to 10 a.m. on Monday. That's the time for Down to Jam. Downtojam.com. Friday. I'm very excited, but yeah, I'm gonna try to be responsible. Good. I didn't do a good job last night. I was up till midnight, like in my game dev co-working group, just working on the new texture. So I'm gonna try to do better today. Wait, what am I doing this for? What am I doing this line by line for? Oh, well, for one thing, I skipped one. That's probably why I'm doing it line by line. What I should do is have snap on. Crazy that I didn't have snap on. Snap to grid. It really helps to have the outline in white. I can actually see where they are. Which is why I have this template. We have a templatized version of the new packed tile set Atlas source. It is clean. It is compact. You're insane. Crazy even. I know. I don't want to admit how long I used Sprite before I realized how useful Snap to Grid was. There were so many times I would be doing something super finicky, trying to get something just pixel perfect, when I could easily have just aligned it to the grid. It is deeply embarrassing. All right, let's do this one. Oh no. There we go. I was like trying to delete the content of the layer, and it was like, oh, you just don't want the layer anymore? Cool. Delete the whole layer. Why? Wait, why? And then how? And then back to why again. Hold on, turn the grid on. 16 is probably for the best here. Wait a second. Oh man, I messed this up a little bit. Oh, I fixed it here, just not here. Okay. Sable, snap to grid. To grab all of the relevant layers here. No way. Okay. Learning about control click here. Very good. Very good. We gotta up this by 2 pixels. Actually, you know, I should probably put the texture on it and then move it up. Big brain. Big brain streamer over here. Master 3307. You did the mistake of streaming your first time playing Half-Life 1 even. The shenanigans. One of your biggest gripes with Blender and the texturing of stuff is it's very finicky with trying to UV map faces to exact pixels. There's option to snap to pixels, but it's very temperamental. That's something I like a lot about Blockbench. Because Blockbench, there's a very tight relationship between the like texels or whatever you want to call them and like the voxels. Pixels or what have you. It seems like really straightforward to do very tight UV mapping. I want to mess around with Blockbench. I don't think we're going to make a 3D game this jam, but if we did, we're going to use Blockbench. But it's one of those chicken and egg things where I want some experience at using Blockbench, but it's scary to do that it's scary to use any kind of new tool that you haven't used before during a game jam. So it's a bit of a conundrum, a conundie, if you will, where I want to try out this new tool, but I'm also afraid. Oh, you had a backseater telling you how to play Half-Life. It's like, don't do that. I mean, that's the sort of thing where it's like, you got to have rules about that. But if you're a small streamer, which I didn't realize you streamed, Master 3307, I'm going to hit you with that follow. But yeah, backseaters are awful. We don't do a lot of Let's Plays. We've done a Void War, a couple of Void War Let's Plays, and we've done a RimWorld. We don't do Let's Plays on this channel just because nobody watches. So it's like really hard to justify the time. But I still enjoy doing it. It's one of those where to me it's a reward, so I feel like I need to be way ahead of whatever my internal schedule is to justify spending a day doing that, but we should do more of them on Saturdays. Just try to encourage more of a work-life balance. But yeah, if someone came in and told me how to play a game, I don't know how I'd react. I probably wouldn't react well. I mean, Nyx will tell me how to play RimWorld, but I will listen to Nyx because Nyx has like 5,000 hours in RimWorld or something like that. I can usually ignore Nyx though, because Nyx will be like, well, you have to install these 50 mods and then you could play the game like this. And I'm like, we're playing vanilla. Oh, did I? I did. Oopsies. No texture there. You don't backseat? No, you don't. You don't backseat. What you do is you tell me, in this mod, you could do this, and it would be insane. You just creatively suggest alternatives. Oh, you're at 499 RimWorld mods? That is so close. That is so close. I think tomorrow, I hope Rhiannon Journey is here tomorrow to witness the 500. Don't quick save. I love that. Arneo, took you a long time to understand that teaching games is all about not controlling the student. Yeah, you can get kind of manipulative of it. Oh yeah, Diginanigans. You were just looking and Blockbench has a Magica Voxel plugin. Yeah, I think for your use case, Blockbench might be perfect, right? Because it's so blocky. Blockbench might be good for your workflow. I'm all over the place, sorry. You'd need to make all the character models and stuff in something like Blender anyways. Oh, characters. You mean stuff that you're gonna like 3D animate? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Blockbench would work for your style, but it depends on how much animation you're trying to do. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh yeah, I needed to move these up by. I need to disable the snap, and then I need to move these up by 2. And I also need to move the outlines up by 2. We don't have an observer overlay to show the mod count. That would be funny. That would be funny, Nix. What I could maybe do is have like a streamer bot command or something. We're not a very overlay person or overlay stream. I think what we will do is when we've got lo-fi flyby going to an extent, we've got some minimum, some kind of MVP of that. We will put that in like the lower left corner. But yeah, this is a very overlay minimal stream. Mostly because I don't know how to make good overlays. But it kind of matches our aesthetic, like our shitty thumbnails, and we're a very minimalist brand. Will there be official mod support for my games? Yeah, there's a reason why the tile block editor runs in game. Like you can build ships during runtime. Like that's an important part. We're trying to build all of our content editing tools as game tools that work in the game, so that at least for mod support, if not end user stuff. Like I don't know if you're going to be rebuilding your ship while you're playing the game, but we're trying to dog food all our tools so that all the tools that I use to build the game are available to players who want to mod the game. Because yeah, as a solo dev, it's hard for me to be able to make enough content for a game like this, which is why we're really focused heavily on systems, so that we can use stuff like mod support as a way to augment our own content creation. So yeah, that's definitely a goal. And it's definitely one of those things you have to design for early at the architectural level. All right, now we can do the other side. So we can get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Any idea how the mods will work? Will we have access to writing code that gets compiled at startup like Lua or something else? Definitely not DLLs. No, I'm not sure about asset creation. Like, I'm trying really hard not to live in a world where I've recreated a sprite inside of Godot. So for something like making new tile set atlases, that's probably something you just need to download a template from me, download, quote unquote, look in the game files, find the template of like, I think most of the mod tools are going to run in game at runtime. So that might create some limits for like complete overhauls if you're like trying to fundamentally, because the game is an ECS and all the component types are defined ahead of time. And I'm not sure if I would like modders to be able to create new component types. So we're gonna have to try some stuff out and see how much behavioral modification we can support without opening the core underlying game systems. Which is fine. I think most people are gonna be like, I want to make a Star Wars mod or whatever. And they're not trying to fundamentally change how like spaceships work. If someone's like, oh, I want your spaceship to, I don't know, I can't think of a good example, but if someone's like, I don't want this to be a spaceship game anymore, I want this to be, I literally can't think of an example, which means I'm probably bad at designing these because I'm not terribly imaginative like that. Don't worry. We'll sick you on it and see all the ways you can break the mod manager. And then when that happens, we'll have to decide what we're gonna do about it. So you're hearing we'll have our own environment and coding language, DI sharp. I like D sharp, but that sounds funny. Yeah, instead of Lua, it's Dia. It's just DIA. I don't know. D++ is pretty funny too. No, I'm trying really hard to not do things like that. I'm also not like a boss programmer who can just implement like a Lua system. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. The three core editors are going to be the tile block editor tool, which is what you use to make ships and points of interest and stuff. There's also going to be a scenario editor, and that's how you say like, oh, when you jump into the system, this happens and that happens. Like maybe an enemy jumps in, there's like dialogue and then like this. Like that's how you script encounters. That will also run in game. And then there's going to be a campaign editor, and that's going to be the one that says like, here's what a whole run is like. Here's like your starting conditions. Here's like the victory condition. Here's like major story milestones or something like that. So we've got plans for 3 major editors that I think cover most of the use case for at least for me. And then we'll see what else we can do when we get something that's closer. I should just do this, and then I should take this, move this up by 2. And then now I should plug this in. DIE, Digital Iliad environment. Yeah, that's funny. How about DIM, the Digital Iliad mod manager? Just DIM. That's funny to me. Oh, okay. There's some stuff in the Binding of Isaac like that. I should check that out. I don't know why I'm doing this one by one. I don't know what's wrong with me. I get distracted when I'm doing busy work. Yeah, some kind of rule manipulator thing seems cool. Yeah, Nix, you're ahead of me. You're like, why are you doing that one by one? It's because I turned my brain off at some point. It's because I like busy work. I use busy work as like a time for my brain to like think about things. So I like busy work in the context of design. I don't like it in the context of my day job, but in the context of game dev, I kind of like busy work sometimes. Especially if I'm streaming. But yeah, we'll be smart and we'll copy the whole line and we'll copy down the line. You're downloading Half-Life? You should play Black Mesa. Do you have Black Mesa? That's like the HD remake of it. I'm kind of curious to play that. I have that. I was waiting for them to finish it, and then I don't think they've finished the whole thing. Like the alien planet, whose name I always forget. Starts with like an X or something. I don't know if they've finished that part, but I think they have actually. Oh, there you are. Zen, that's it, that's it. Yeah, I don't know if they've finished Zen, but it looks fun. Diginanigans Blockbench does not like your workflow. First thing first, it complains that your files have too many voxels and it may crash. Then imports each individual voxel without a way to clean up the mesh. Ah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You played Black Mesa? You're like 90% sure they finished? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did too. I want to play that. You don't have it? It's on the wish list? Yeah, all right. Yeah, I want to check that out. Because I'm going to be super honest. I didn't play Half-Life 1 until I had already played Half-Life 2. So it's Half-Life 1 never had the real magic for me. Like Half-Life 2 for me was like the game. And the original Half-Life just wasn't, it didn't have the same hold over me that I feel like it does for a lot of people. Actually, I can just copy over this whole thing in one block, huh? I don't know if I agree with putting that here. I guess I can change that. But yeah, Half-Life 2 is so great. That's a game I come back to. I don't know, maybe every like 5 years. Play that through. Obligatory. Play through at least the original, maybe the episodes. I usually play through the episodes. All right, cool. We've got it here. So this is the basic. We need to make a copy of this that's got the right coloration for an entombed variant. I kind of want to just put it on the same sprite sheet, so I'm going to leave it like this. And we'll add that on next time, probably. Next, you remember when you played HL2? You had a really crappy laptop with like 256 megabytes of RAM in it, onboard graphics, terrible for games. In Half-Life 2, your flashlight for some reason didn't work at all, and in Fable, map was completely white. The water was yellow. That's crazy. Well, I'm sorry that Blockbench isn't going to work for you, Diginanigans. For a second, I thought it would be cool. But yeah, Nyx, I have fond memories of Half-Life 2. All right, cool. So we've got our texture set up. We got the format set up. What we need to do is we need to I want to do what we need is multiple colors, because we need to be able to use the hull system to tell us what colors we should use, and we don't need more than 2 types for the default, but I do want to be able to distinguish between these interior pieces. So you can see the dark gray that we have for when the system can tell that a surface is fully entombed, like it's not exposed to anything. We use that dark gray color, and I just need to have that set up for the default. We have 3 colors right now because we have 3 hull types. We have the dark gray, which is the exterior, or the mid-tone gray, which is like the exterior. We have the light gray, which is when the system can tell it's an interior. And then we have the really dark gray for the entombed, quote unquote, surfaces. And that's like a wall that's right up against another wall, you know? So our default texture doesn't really need to support all 3. We really just need to support 2. Because it will look weird if we can't do the dark gray stuff. So I'll add that. We'll add that color, and that should be sufficient for that initial. And then we'll recreate these 3 colors with our new format. Probably. Yeah, of course we will. Yeah. Oh my god. Onizumi Kohari raiding me with a party of 7 viewers. Raid, the Raisin Puff sent you. Hello, Fleshy Desert 22, Tavakun. Hello, Raiders, welcome in. How's it going? Hey, Onizumi. You've been sent by a pufferfish. Eladia 42, Kairos OS, Schwiz, Volkigamon. Hey, how's it going, y'all? We're Digital Iliad. We're working on an isometric 2D FTL style game, like an FTL faster than light kind of game. How was the stream, Onizumi? How are you doing? What are you working on? I don't think I follow you. Let me fix that. What kind of stuff have you been working on? I like your emotes. They're very cool. Thanks for representing Smooth with the mail time. You immediately have to say you like the pixel aesthetic. Thank you. I like it too. I like this very low res. I'm not much of an artist. This is my first major undertaking in doing any kind of art, let alone pixel art. And I've found the very low resolution very approachable. It's very obvious to me if a pixel is in the wrong spot or not. You played Hollow Knight today because you never played it. I was thinking about doing that tonight. And Silksong releases tomorrow, so you'll take your time not playing Silksong for now. Fair. Yeah, I've got a game jam tomorrow, or starting Friday. We're participating in Down to Jam. D2jam.com, 72-hour game jam. Everyone seems to be upset about the Silksong thing. But yeah, we're participating on a game jam starting on Friday, so we've just been working on stuff, getting ready for the game jam. Starts in 2 days. So we've just been chilling, working on our autotiler. We're working on a new tile set atlas for it. I can show you the tool we've been working on. Hollow Knight streams, yeah. Oh, Silksong releases on your birthday? Well, that was great. Goodbye to all your time, your free time. Last time you checked, I was fixing the quad wall disaster. Oh, yeah, I think we might have just made it illegal to do some of that stuff. That definitely is what I did to simplify the auto tiler, is we made just certain things illegal to build, like double walls. So here's what you can do right now. I know this is the same demo I always give, but we can make a 3D space. We can make all the floors. We'll throw in the walls here. We will hollow them out to make our compartments. So like you'd use this to build a starbase or a spaceship or whatever. I would like to add support for other things, like maybe an asteroid base or something. But yeah, we've got a lot of systems in play now. We've got cutaway system, compartmentalization system. Very pleased with the little half wall cutaways. Oh, I didn't finish that one. But yeah, we've been working, all of our time has been going into this tool. Maybe some would say too much time. But yeah, we can auto tile even doors. Even the doors can be auto tiled. Oh, I made something illegal and now the system is complaining about it. Using our classic source engine invalid block tile. There we go. I like that better. But yeah, this is kind of the stuff we've been working on right now. Just kind of the tech that we're going to be using to power this game and to build it. Oh, the quad door, Onizumi. No, we still don't support a quad door. If you'll notice, when we try to make a quad door, the system just rejects it completely. Yeah, that's funny. The quad door is purely mythological. A purely mythological being. But yeah, we're still working on this tool. We're pretty pleased with where it's at now, but there's, as always, there's some additional things to do. We're swapping in a new tile set atlas format, so we can support some of the remaining edge cases. Right now, we fail under certain cases, but I'm reasonably pretty pleased with how this works. We've got like an overlay system, so we can do visual overlays. Right now, the only real one is the selection overlay. But yeah, that's kind of the stuff we're working on right now. The quad door doesn't exist. It can't hurt you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. All right. All right, Ezra's just started. We're gonna go raid Ezra. Sorry, we're raiding out as soon as you raid in here. We tend to wrap it up around this time. But thank you again for the raid. Let me give you the shout out, the obligatory shout out here. Onizumi, I wish you luck at we're gonna keep the raid train going. Let's keep it up. Raid messages, whatever you got. For us, for Digital Iliotes here, we've got the ship it. Ship them if you got them. The Onizumi wave is great. Raid train can be easily opened by another raid train. Yeah, exactly. But let's keep it going. Ezra works on great stuff. Ezra's got some great stuff. Also a Godot streamer and Godot dev. They have like 5 projects at the time. They're like the opposite of me. I do one thing for a year. They're like, let me tell you about my 6th project I started last week. So they're really fun. But yeah, let's Godot. Let's Godot. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for the raid. For everyone else that's just been here watching me encode tileset atlas sources all day, thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Maximum warp.
Raid alert.